6 plus 5. 24. Times that by 2. And then... What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another FTB Monster video. That's right, folks. We got the Ender Quarry doing mad work for us. Beautiful stuff. I just moved it because we mined out that entire section. And we're moving on to some more goodies. In this episode, we're going to jump into the auto crafting setup for applied energistics. It's going to make our entire life that much easier, and here we go. So, what you need to make is a multi-block structure. To my knowledge, it can be quite large. I usually build about a 7x7 block, and you need 3 or 4 different components, depending on what you want to do. It's not that hard to build, but it takes a lot of resources, and I hope I don't run out. Everybody pray for me to not run out of resources and actually have everything that I need for once in my career. Alrighty, so what we need is this ME assembler containment wall. Now these guys here are kind of the outside corners of the multi-block structure. Based on my math, if you do a 7x7x7 high multi-block, you need 68 of these containment walls. My math could be wrong. So let's make a whole bunch of them and see all of our resources disappear. Oh boy, I'm not even close. Gold. Lack of gold. So automatically we've already hit a snare. Beautiful. Well, let's see. Maybe I can't do a 7x7 quite yet. Let me redo the math here and see what I can build with these guys. Let me just double check the recipes here. What else is new? I've hit a snag. I thought I had enough gold, but that's okay. So this guy here doesn't require any gold, so we're okay. The crafting CPU, again, no gold, so we're okay there as well. And the pattern, is it pattern provider? I think it's pattern provider. Yeah. And the pattern provider, a little bit of gold, just in the basic processors. So I'm going to have to go find a little bit of gold or wait for some more to come in. And let me do a quick recalculation and see how big I can make my crafting terminal for right now. 5 plus 4 plus 3 times by 2. Nope, can't do a 5x5. Maybe a 4. Yeah, okay. So I can do a 4x4x4. And that's if I can get all the patterns. Man, that sucks. God, that pisses me off. God damn it. Okay, well, it is what it is. We'll need to get some more gold. Let's go see about that first of all. I think there's some down here. Maybe. Sadly, me and gold have not really gotten along all that well in this series. But it looks like there's a nice little patch right here. This should get me enough, I would hope, to at least get me to the point where I can build all of the other parts. So we got some lapis up there. Do we have any more gold? Anything up here? No. Never fails. Never fails. Gold, 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 gold. Doesn't look like there's any more gold. That's yellowite. Ah, gold. Up in the roof. Ah, what can you do, hey? What can you do? I miss my ex nihilo world where I have every resource basically in the game. It's so much easier. I'm pretty much need ex nihilo in every pack that I ever do from here on out, since Poe came up with that factory design. It is faster, it is more efficient, and it is better for resources than any other thing in the game, in my opinion. So, yeah, it's complete and utter hacks. Okay, we got some gold. Let's just throw it in here. It'll automatically start processing. Beautiful. Good. Get me that gold. And hopefully that'll give us enough. Really? Really creepy noise? Okay, let's get that back up. Alrighty. Alrighty, everybody, we are back. I found a little bit of gold down in the basement. As per normal, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to get, I think, 2 of these pattern providers. 2 pages should be enough. So for every pattern provider that you put in your system, you get an entire page of auto crafting. I think I've only ever hit 4 pages a couple times by myself. But again, we can always change the dimensions of the multi-block structure after the fact and add some more in at that point in time. Once I get, for example, more gold. Okay, so for right now, I'm going to get a few of these, basically all that I can. And I think I'm going to, let's get them cooking here. That's the recipe I want. Boom. So we get 12 instantly. That's going to help us a ton. So let's get these conversion matrices. We need 4 of them. So for that, we need a little bit more fluix. No nether. Okay. This is part of the reason why we need the auto crafting. We've ran into a few problems here where, I need to change what I type in here, and it just takes a little bit longer. So let's get a little bit of this pulverized up, like so. That way we can get more fluix dust. And of course then I lose everything I had up. So that's part of the problem, okay? So we'll get back into that. Let's put those in there. Let's get some more fluix dust. We'll just get a couple for right now. I don't think I need too much more, but knowing me, we probably will. Okay, and we need a storage bus times 2. And I think I have everything else to make it. So that should give me 2. Excellent. So that's good. We got our pattern providers. All right. Now, we also have the containment walls. We do need 32, so that's good. We have the right number. But heat vents, if we're doing a 4x4, that'll leave a 2x2 in between those sections. And all of the outside walls need to be heat vents. So it'll be, there's six sides to a cube. In case you didn't learn that in school, there are 6 sides to a cube. So 4 times 6 is 24. Right? Sure. I don't know if I'm right. God, I hope I'm right. It's an expensive build, actually. It's not easy. It's a little bit advanced. Definitely don't recommend just jumping in with all of your feet. Okay, apparently we need more of the fluix stuff. It's going to be the bane of my existence, this stuff, I tell you. Okay, we'll get some cabling. We'll do that and that. So that's 15. And how many did I say? 24, right? That's 19. And it looks like we need more iron bars again. I hate this recipe. This is one of those recipes that just gets on my nerves. Okay, and the last thing that we need is the crafting CPU. This is what makes the speed of the crafting and all that kind of stuff very useful device. And to my knowledge, how many do I need? Let's do that. We're going to start building this thing. And if I need something else, we'll just get it at that point in time. Okay, so let's take out this right here. I think we're going to place it right here. I want it to be easily accessible and easy to wire. So this seems like as good a spot of any. I guess I could have used my hammer for this, but might as well just keep going now. But yeah, so once this crafting is all set up, it should make my life a little bit easier. But it's going to take a long time to get it all set up exactly how we want it. Okay, so the crafting containment walls go like so. Okay, just like you're building an iron tank from Railcraft or anything like that. There we go. And then you need the heat vents next. And the heat vents go kind of in between here, like so. And then up on the top, as well as the bottom. And yeah, I'll need 3 more for the front. At least my math was correct. That's a change. And you put the pattern. And I'll put the CPUs. So I need 4 more CPUs and 3 more vents. So let's quickly get those. CPU. CPU. Okay, the sync seems to be a little slow tonight. Okay, so I said I needed 4 more. And of course, I'm not going to have all the stuff that I need. So let me get that off camera. I'm not going to put you guys through that again. And we'll get that built and finish up the auto crafting setup. Alrighty, everybody, I got the rest of my crafting CPUs here. And the last of the heat vents. And voila, we get this beautiful structure. It means we built it right for a change. No, just kidding. I normally build it right. It's not that hard. If you're building it wrong, you should probably get that looked at. And last but not least, we need just a quick connection to the block, just like so, with your AE cabling. Okay? Or ME cabling, I should say. And we have this beautiful, nice GUI here. Absolutely wonderful. And we can now start. And as you can see in the controller, it's now recognizing all of those parts. Now my energy usage went up quite a bit. Yeah, not even denting it. Not even denting it. Which is beautiful for me. So we now have this beautiful molecular assembler chamber, and we can start automatically crafting some items, some generic items, for example. But to do this, we need to get a couple more things to get the setup going. Okay, so remember we got the pattern provider. Well, now we need to get the pattern encoder. Okay. Not a very hard recipe. It should be pretty easy for me to do up, except for the crafting table. There's something that would be very nice to get automated. Okay, pattern provider is very nice, and we need some ME blank patterns. Okay, so oh, I'm out of glass, hey? No more I'm not, sucker. I recommend getting a whole bunch of these, okay? As many as you can afford right out of the get-go. Now this machine here does not require any power whatsoever, but I usually just put it right next to my other stuff. Pretty straightforward. And then what we do is you click on it and you set your recipe. Okay, so we can put some of these blank patterns in there, and you'll see it's kind of like a crafting table, right? So one of the first recipes that I always recommend everybody doing is grabbing your oak wood. Oh wow, what do you know? Grabbing your biggest wood source, your standards, and getting oak wood planks. Okay, you click the encode button, and boom, you have your first encoded pattern. Okay, now for some of you guys, you probably already know how to do this, but then you just shift click it in there, and you now know how to make oak planks. So if you look in your terminal, of course I have a whole bunch of oak planks in here, but if you look here under your view, you can set it to craftable. Okay, and look, there's your craftable oak planks. If you click on that, you can ask it to craft 64 oak planks, and you'll see that I gained additional oak planks. Okay, very basic setup, but it is highly recommended. The next thing I recommend you to do is grab those oak planks and again do the basics. Do sticks, do a crafting table, do chests. You know, all the basic vanilla stuff that you're probably going to run into in some sort of a component with wood when you go to craft an item in your system. Okay, highly recommend doing this. Another good one is, especially with that ender quarry that we have, fences. No longer will I be struggling crafting fences, because I can now come over here. We can put all of our sticks and everything in there. Okay, we can pull out the fences we have, and I can ask it to craft 64 fences, and away it's going. It is making the wood, it is making the sticks, it is then making the fences, and it's doing it all for me. I sit here, I wait. My fences will be done in just a minute. Voila! A stack of fences. Took almost no time whatsoever, and these are the worst things in Minecraft to make. Okay? So, later on, I can expand my ender quarry substantially. It's going to be very nice. There's a few other things that I highly recommend in here, and one of those is getting all of your ME systems set up. Okay, so you can also type in here like Kryllyk, okay, and I can say, and you can shift right click on the question mark right out of NEI and encode things like the Kryllyk dust. Okay, we can encode things like the ME cable. The pretty basic things that we're going to be using a lot of, I highly recommend doing. Okay, it's pretty good, and it's going to be awesome. All right. Hopefully my lavas hold up. If not, I can add a whole bunch more. I'm not too worried about that. So we now have an ME system that can make ourselves some ME cable whenever we may need it. And I'm going to be working quite a bit over the next few episodes, making it so that we can automate a few other things. For example, the Kryllyk dust is not that hard to make, but getting the actual nether dust of the Kryllyk is kind of a pain in the butt. So I'm going to have to go farm in the nether, and we can also set it up so that it automatically will take that nether quartz as required, pulverize it down into the nether dust, and pull it back into our system so that we can automatically get our dust so it doesn't stall out on the Kryllyk dust. Okay? Pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward indeed. Very fancy, very awesome system. Now, there's one other thing that I very much highly recommend you get once you have this crafting setup. Okay? And that is, this guy here is an ME crafting terminal. What I'm using right now with my clicking. I recommend getting a crafting monitor. Okay? This guy here, while it's not difficult to make, it's very useful. Because if you're, for some reason, missing a resource, okay? If you're missing a resource while crafting, it'll tell you what you're missing in the crafting monitor. So I highly recommend having one of those at all times for this system as well, so that you're good to go. But I think that's it for this episode. I'm probably going to add a few more patterns and stuff. It looks like I need to go to the nether. We need a little bit of glowstone. We need some nether quartz. Just to get a few other things going. But thank you very much for watching this episode. Make sure you subscribe to me. Make sure you tell your friends. Make sure you leave a like. All that fun stuff. You guys are usually so good about it, but I usually like to remind everybody. Thanks for watching, and have yourselves a great day, evening, morning, whatever you're having. Bye-bye.